Sara Gilbert at age 50 has left fans heartbroken, stunned, and deeply reflective. The actress who once brought laughter, honesty, and raw authenticity to millions is now facing a chapter of life far more emotional than anything she ever portrayed on screen. And for those who grew up watching her, the truth of what she's going through now is almost too painful to watch. For decades, Sara Gilbert was a symbol of strength. From her earliest days on Roseanne, she became the voice of every kid who felt different, overlooked, misunderstood, or invisible. As Darlene Connor, she wasn't just acting, she was showing the world what real, imperfect, unfiltered life looked like. But now, at 50, Sara's real life looks nothing like the confident young star fans remember. What she's going through today reveals a woman quietly fighting battles no camera ever captured. In recent years, she stepped back from the spotlight, choosing to focus on family, mental health, and the struggle to find her true identity outside of Hollywood. What fans didn't know was that the emotional toll of decades of pressure, public scrutiny, and personal sacrifice had caught up with her. Friends say she began feeling lost, unsure of who she was when the cameras stopped rolling. Sources close to Sara reveal that turning 50 hit her harder than anyone expected. It forced her to confront everything she had suppressed: the exhaustion, the identity shifts, the heartbreak of public criticism, and the painful transitions in her personal life. Ending long-term relationships, navigating intense public speculation, and trying to rebuild her sense of self all took a major emotional toll. For a woman who always appeared collected, the cracks have quietly grown deeper. Professionally, things have shifted as well. While she once thrived behind the scenes as a producer and co-host on The Talk, insiders say that stepping away left her wondering whether she had already lived the most meaningful part of her career. She questioned her place in the industry, her future, and whether she even wanted to return to Hollywood. The uncertainty weighed on her heavily. But perhaps the most heartbreaking part of what she's facing today is the feeling of invisibility, something many people experience at midlife. After a lifetime of being in the spotlight, Sara is learning what it feels like to fade quietly into the background. Those close to her say she often struggles with self-worth, wondering whether she still matters to the people who once adore her. At the same time, she has been dealing with the emotional weight of motherhood, co-parenting challenges, and the realization that her children are growing up quickly. The guilt of not always being present due to her career haunts her, even though she did everything she could to balance both worlds. Yet, despite the heartbreak, there is something incredibly inspiring about Sara Gilbert at 50. She is rebuilding herself, slowly, quietly, and courageously. She is learning to heal, to rediscover joy, and to embrace a future that looks very different from her past. Her journey is painful, yes, but it is also profoundly human. What happened to Sara Gilbert at 50 is not just a celebrity story. It's a reminder of the battles so many people face as they navigate aging, identity, and emotional survival. And once you see what she's going through, it's almost impossible not to cry.